Hey, good morning. Hopefully you guys, well, nobody's here yet because I decided to do an impromptu um, live stream and I've been having some issues with my mic. And as always, I'm going to test it out. So please ignore the live stream. Sounds good. Awesome. All right. So I wanted to I've been saying for a while I was going to talk about resources that I use in my reselling business. And one of, I would say, the biggest, the most important, and the largest dollar, I shouldn't say dollar. I guess the one I use the most would be Inventory Lab. And it's so important for me because I use it for all of my accounting and bookkeeping across all of the platforms that I sell on. So I was going to go ahead and do a pre-recorded, and since I only have the free version of StreamYard now, I decided to go live. That way I can share the screen and still be on the screen. Because if anybody's been watching my videos, you'll see that I haven't been on the screen when I'm sharing my screen and my other videos because I have to use OBS. I am not able with StreamYard to like pre-record a video. So until I get up there enough to start having some income, I was doing it originally, paying for it, but it's an expense that I was kind of taking on, and I don't make money on YouTube, so I figured I'm not gonna spend money for YouTube, right? Except for my microphone and my webcam. All right, so I am gonna go ahead because I'm thinking that most people are probably just gonna come on and watch the replay of this. So I don't want to hang out and wait for people to jump on board, but I wanted to talk about Inventory Lab. So I'm going to share my screen. Share screen. Let's see. Entire screen? Sure. Let's do my... Oh, I don't want to do entire screen. Let's just do one Chrome tab. Let's do this. All right. That's good. And I'm actually going to take my StreamYard and move it over here so I can make sure that everything looks okay on the screen. All right, so this is StreamYard, or this is Inventory Lab, and this is my, this is your dashboard. And so you guys are going to see like real-time information on here. On my channel, I've always been like right up front with what my like sales are and all that kind of stuff. So there you go. You're going to see it. I will tell you that I feel like I did pretty good Q4. January started out all right, but boy, I have taken a hit since January 20th. I feel like sales have completely stopped. I don't know. I don't really want to make it political, but I just really feel like when there was a change, things just completely stopped and my sales have been really slow on all platforms. Okay, so first your dashboard, and you can set Inventory Lab to go to anything that you want. So you can choose it to go. So for me, when I go to Inventory Lab, it automatically goes to the list and prep page for me, but you can set it to whatever you want. I don't use all the features on Inventory Lab. So there's things on here that I probably could be using that I don't. And if you're watching this video and you use Inventory Lab and you're like, oh, Tamara, you definitely should check out this, please let me know, right? Because, I love to learn also, but I just want to show you how I use it. All right, so first is I use Inventory Lab to send all of my products to Amazon. So I'm just going to do a really quick, like how I use it. And then I'm going to get into really what the point of this video is not just Amazon, but how I use it for eBay, Mercari, Poshmark, Etsy, Bonanza. And if you are selling on Amazon and you're not using this feature, then, it might be something you would find helpful for you. All right, so list and prep. This is where if you're going to send stuff into Amazon, you go into here and you can create a batch and you can say whether or not that batch is going to be FBA or FBM, or what they call here MFN, Merchant Fulfillment Network, I think is what it stands for. And so I usually almost always have some type of FBA kind of going here because I just purchased some stuff yesterday, but it's really not enough for me to send in. So, but I'll scan it, label it, and then I put it in a tote until I feel like I have enough, and then I send it in. So what you do here is so simple. Is I have one of these scanners. I'm sorry, now you're tiny to see me, but I use a scanner and I scan the barcode and it will pop up. So let me show you. I'm going to grab something. I'm just looking for something that I can scan to show you an example. I wasn't planning on doing this. So, okay, so I'll take this. I bought this yesterday. It's a Calvin Klein shirt. So if you scan the item, automatically it'll pop up the UPC in the corner, so you don't have to type it in. Throw that back over there. And here you'll see the Calvin Klein shirt, and you can see the rank. If you click on this, it actually will open up the Amazon page. So I'll select that item, and I bought one, and how much did I pay? I paid $6 for that. So it's actually $6.48 with my 8% tax. And then I'll say I got it at TJ Maxx. And yesterday, was yesterday the 5th? No, not the 5th. I don't even know what day it is. The 7th? Yesterday? And then if there's an expiration, and I set it up so it'll automatically create this MSKU, which goes on your label. And this is the ASIN. This is some random number. The store I sourced it at and what my cost was. That's what's on my thing. So anytime I look, like when I'm in Aurora, which I'll be doing another video on that, which is my repricer, I can look at any time and I can see exactly what my cost was, which it uploads anyhow because it has an integration. But again, I'll talk about that another time. All right, so what this does is it shows me right here that the original price is $19.50. Because right now there's no list price because I am the only seller. When I send this in, I will be the only seller. It also tells me here that I need to polybag it. And so a lot of times will just say, okay, give me, the original list price. If you go higher than that, then a lot of times you'll get that price alert that we hate, us Amazon sellers get that we hate. So I'll just click on that. And it'll show me here that my profit's going to be almost $6, and I paid $6 for it. And I'll add it to the batch. And I don't think it's going to pop up on your screen because I'm sharing just this one tab. But what pops up is a print label screen, so I could then print the label and put it on my product, polybag it, and off it goes. Okay, so that's what and most people use Inventory Lab for. But there's a whole section of Inventory Lab that I really wanted to talk about today. And that is the accounting section of Inventory Lab. So if I go into accounting and click on FBA sales, it automatically pulls in everything from Amazon into Inventory Lab. And so I don't have to worry about getting reports or any of that stuff from Amazon because it's already pulled right into this. And you can see at a glance, I was selling, so these Legos, I had a high price alert. I was trying to sell them for $6.98. I paid $1 for them. And there's like 140 sellers. And so many of them were at the $5 range, the $4.99. Some of them were even less than $4.99. So with my buy cost of $1 and $4.99, I actually lost 7 cents. But I was just like, you know what? I only had, I think, 7 of them. I just wanted to get rid of them because that high price alert was sitting around. Otherwise, I would have had to pull them back and wait for the price to change. There was just way too many sellers on the listing that were at that low rate that I couldn't wait for them to sell out because it was a stranded item and I would have had to pull it back or would have automatically been sent back to me. So what's nice is you can come on here and you can see automatically what your profit is on each item that you sold. I can see what my buy cost is. I can sort and see what all of my net profit is for each of them and all that kind of stuff. So this is all the items I've sent into FBA. I'm not going to kind of go over that because really, again, the whole point of this is to show you how I use it for other platforms. And same with my merchant sales. I'll just click on that. As you can see, I was selling these board games. My buy cost was $7. This actually takes into consideration my shipping. So my profit was $7, but it also includes shipping that I had to pay. It will show you your refunds. So these bathroom sinks, I don't know how both of these faucets, look at my buy cost was, oh, it doesn't show. I guess it doesn't show on here, but these are just all my refunds that I've gotten. But yeah, there's no way. Like this puzzle, they got it. They had it for a weekend, and then they opened it up saying it was defective, missing parts. And then this one, they said both of these faucets were both defective. I mean, I bought them brand new from Lowe's. They were like sealed with that plastic stuff around them. So there's no way both of them were defective. They just didn't like them and didn't want to have to pay to return them. Okay, so reimbursements. And so what I want to talk about primarily is this other income. So this is what I do every month is I go on to my other platforms, which I'm going to be working on this afternoon. And I'm going to run my reports for all of the other platforms for January. And then I'm going to come on here and I'm going to say, okay, my other platform income. So what you do is you add something right here. Click this add and you create categories. So I create a category called other platforms. And then I name it, and my name was, in this instance of the top, was Mercari. And then the date, I always put the last day of the month. And then what my total sales were, I'll put that on here. And then the description is just monthly totals. That's what I choose. You can do like whatever you want, right? There's no set form of how you're going to follow this. So in this case, so I typed in Mercari, Bonanza, Etsy, Poshmark, and eBay. So these were my sales. Oh, so I haven't done eBay for December. I've got to do eBay for December. I haven't done that yet. Okay. That's interesting. I thought I had done it, but I guess not. All right. So I will go in and I'll put all of these in. So you'll see here my monthly totals for the whole year that goes back. And if I don't have any totals for like Mercari and Poshmark, I didn't have any. Well, this is back in last October. I'll put 0 because I just want to know that I've looked and I've verified that there was no sales. So I'll just put 0 in here. So this is all manual that you have to do. Nothing is automatic. Unfortunately, I wish it was. I wish Inventory Lab would like expand their services and do something more than just Amazon, but they don't. All right. So then when I'm done that, entering all my other income, I'll go in. So inbound shipping is all of the money you pay to ship to Amazon. So I don't touch that because that's, again, all imported directly from Inventory Lab, right from Amazon. My mileage, I do enter that. So I think I've done a video on here before that I use an app called Mile IQ. You guys aren't going to be able to see it from here, but see that orange map? So I'm going to do another whole video on that Mile IQ, right? I'm going to record my screen and show you how I do that. So Mile IQ is an app where you can swipe left or right based on if it's personal or business. So anytime I go anywhere with my phone, it has a GPS tracker and it tracks everything you do and everywhere you go. Some people don't like that. You can use your pen and paper if you want, but I can tell you right now, when I was using pen and paper, I was missing so many trips that I just wouldn't keep track of, especially when you're garage selling, right? You got to remember to write down your beginning mileage and your ending mileage. And I would forget to write down the ending mileage until like 3 days later, I'd be like, oh my gosh, I forgot. And I don't know how many more miles I've put on since then. Well, this will track everything. So I swipe left and right. And it also has it so it will remember. So if I go to Walmart, I know I'm always going to search something for Amazon. So I have it, it will automatically put every trip to Walmart as business. Right. So it just automatically knows if I drive to Walmart, it'll do it. And it's funny because we have 100 acres here. And if I have my phone with me and we're on the UTV, it'll show that I made a trip out to like somewhere on the property. It's kind of funny. So I'll do that, swipe left and right. And then I run the report. And you'll see here in December, I had a total of 1,583 miles, which is $910 that I get to claim as an expense for mileage. And then my husband does my daily mail run most of the time. So I put down Tony's mileage. That's him. So that's what he's doing. And that's pretty much a flat rate because he pretty much hits up 5 days a week. Unless there's a holiday, then I'll take that away. So that is my, oh, hi, Alyssa. Welcome. So that is my mileage. And then going down is other expenses. And this is where I really like this section because, well, here you go. My insurance, as an Amazon seller, you really should have insurance. My insurance cost me $509 a year. And that covers not just what Amazon has, but it covers my inventory here. If my house was to burn down, that is not covered under your house insurance unless you have an additional, like, I don't know, they call them riders, umbrellas, or whatever. It also covers if I'm outsourcing and I have my whole back of my Highlander full of product and I was to get in an accident, your car insurance does not cover that if you were to get into an accident and it damaged the product in the back. Or if I was doing an overnight at a hotel and somebody broke into my car and stole all the items in the back, it wouldn't be covered. So I also have that on my policy. Hi, Zen, and hello, Cornhusker. Just sitting here going over how I use Inventory Lab. So I entered this in manually, and it's just like the other income. You have to click this add button, and I created categories, and I'll show you the different categories that I have. And the date, most of my stuff is monthly totals. So I'll put like my platform fees for eBay, and I'll just put the end of January. And it's one of those click easy. You can just click and click the date. The dollar amount in my description, and most of the time it will just say like eBay fees, monthly totals. And then what I like is the repeat. So let's say you have, like I have a repricer. I have it to repeat every month that amount. So I don't have to come on every month and put in that repricer. I pay monthly for Keepa, MileIQ, Inventory Lab, which it adds that anyhow automatically for me. Any of those type of monthly expenses that you have over and over again, it will automatically add that for you. So I really like that. And you can have it repeat weekly, monthly, yearly. You can choose how often you want it to repeat. So I created my categories here are professional services. I have a home office expense. I do write off my internet subscription fees. So like Inventory Labs, platform fees is where I'll put my like eBay fees, another subscription, shipping label refunds. Again, this is all stuff that's automatically imported from Amazon. Removal order fees. I remove something, costs 30 cents. So a lot of this stuff is automatically put in, but other stuff is not. So like I had to hand enter my office expense. I pay for Microsoft email for my domain names email. All right, so I'll go in and let me do advanced search. No, that's not what I want. I was going to show you. I know there's a way of showing like just this year, but I don't know. All right, so this will show your 30-day storage fees. This is Amazon. Again, this is auto-populated. Like, look at these numbers. $60 I paid in December. January was $61 just in storage fees for Amazon. Hey, good morning, SRG. Amazon Pro subscription. Okay, so that's auto-populated for me. Cost of goods. So I'll figure out what my cost of goods were for Mercari and eBay and so forth. This is showing 2019. I thought I could sort it by the year, but I guess not. Yes, I mean, it says 71,000, but that's from when I started. That's my total expenses. So I'll put in my cost of goods every month. I'll run a report and I'll figure that out. Just wanted to show you some of the categories I have here. Again, office expense. I bought a webcam, my virus protection, printer ink, my chair that I'm sitting in. Then again, platform fees. I'm going the other way. Oh, PayPal fees. So this was back when I was not on managed payments. So SRG says, I don't do Amazon, but I love learning just in case. Yeah, and that's, I really like Inventory Lab, but I would not suggest it for anybody who's not doing Amazon, because it's $49 a month. I know you can use GoDaddy, and there's a way that you can like import stuff from eBay into GoDaddy, and that might be better. But as an Amazon seller, and I'm already paying for Inventory Lab, I feel like it's kind of not really worth it for me to pay for GoDaddy also. This really does not take much time for me. You see, I got a sourcing shelf for the Jeep. So when we go on the Jeep on trips, we put a shelf in so I can put more than one tote in the back of his Jeep, because there's not much space. So I wrote that off. Again, platform fees. I know I'm kind of going quick here. I just wanted to show you some of the stuff. Let's see what else I got. So prep supplies. So my Dymo labels, do not separate, poly bags, and I almost always buy that stuff online. So it's so easy for me to just go into Amazon or eBay and look at my purchased items and be able to grab those numbers. Removal orders. Oh, how horrible to look at. I don't even want to see how much I pay for all that stuff. But it is good. You should know your numbers, right? You should know how much you're paying for stuff. You should know how much money you're making. A lot of removals. I mean, it's really too bad they put them individually. It would be nice if it was just. All right, let me jump to maybe page 14. There we go, rid of it. So sales tax. So this was back when we were collecting sales tax and remitting it ourselves. Of course, now we don't do that. So again, goes back to 2019 FedEx. So then I put my shipping expense, pirate ship. I'll take what my total expense was. I don't do individual. I'll just say the whole month. I'm going to jump to, let's see, I'll do 15. Yeah, I think it's probably going to be all shipping expenses. And then shipping supplies. And I had prep supplies, and then I have shipping supplies. I think I changed it for 2020. So I tried to create a lot of the categories are based upon when you're doing your taxes, the different categories they ask for on your taxes. I tried to kind of figure that out because I do my own taxes. So I tried to do that so I can run a report and it'll give me the totals for these, and I can easily populate them right into the tax form. So you can see my subscription fees every month. I got Aurora. So I was grandfathered into the lower rate. It is more expensive now if you join. Cross-list it, which is what I use to cross-list from eBay to other platforms. I use cross-list it. It's only $10. I mean, you could do some of the other ones that are out there like List Perfectly, Vendu and stuff, but they're a lot more expensive. So I like $10. Mile IQ, I pay for that $6.47. I'm telling you, that's probably my number 2 thing that I pay for would be that. I wasn't I was going to say stupid Patreon Bolo group. It was stupid. I didn't stay very long. So that was, January. I only was in it for December and January of 19, and then last January. Inventory Lab. I did do Ladies of FBA. They have it's called E-commerce Empowerment now. I was on that for a while, went through her courses, learned a little bit, and then I left because I felt like it was more geared towards new people. It wasn't really anything I needed. I've done tactical arbitrage before, $89 a month. So this is all, I was going to say it's all 2020, but it wasn't. So yeah, I don't know why it doesn't show. I've done merchant words, all that kind of stuff. All right, so that is what I'll do. So I will input all of those other expenses, which is I'm telling you, it's really, really simple. Within probably like an afternoon, I can do all my accounting for the month, input it all into here, and I'm good, right? So then under reports, they have this, I really like this supplier profitability. If you want to know, I'll show you where I'm buying my stuff. So you can see where you're buying your items from. I think this defaults to the last month. Yeah. So let me look at of all time. Well, it doesn't have the last 12 months. That's too bad. I'm just going to put of all time. So some of these stores like Five Below, I don't have one around here, but when I was traveling somewhere, I went in and I picked up some stuff. So some of these items you might find more profitable in your area only because you have the stores where I don't have that store. Like Bass Pro. I don't have a Bass Pro. I think my husband must have wanted to go in for something and I scanned. I remember there was some shirts I bought. So I like this because I can go in and I can see how many units I've sold. So let's click on this. See, yeah, Bass Pro, only one item. So from Walmart, I've sold 3,577 items. It's pretty cool. Does cross list it only do clothes or everything? It does everything. So I'll post on, I'll just pop this up on the screen so you guys know what I'm answering. So I will put in, I have a video on cross list it showing you how it works, but I'll put everything into eBay first. And then I'll click on the cross list it. It's a little Google Chrome extension. Oh, you can't see because I'm sharing just the tab, but it's on my like bar on the top of my Google Chrome, and I'll click on that, and it will pop up, and it will say like, how much do you want? Do you want to change the price, and what platforms do you want to post it to? So you can post it to Poshmark, Mercari, and Etsy. And it will say, all right, so when I go to like Poshmark, well, actually, most of the time I'll leave it at the same price, but you could lower the price because the buyer usually will pay for the postage on Poshmark, and I do free shipping on eBay. So if I'm going to price something at $28, then I might price it only $20 on Poshmark because the buyer's already going to be paying that $8 in shipping that I've built into my price on eBay. I get more money on Etsy than I do on eBay. So I actually increase it by 10% when I post to Etsy. So you can put that on each platform, then click the button and it will automatically transfer most of the information over. You can ask it to download the pictures and then you just drag and drop them onto the platform you're cross-posting to. But I really like it. It saves me so much time. Like you could copy and paste it. Copy and paste the title, copy and paste the description, all that. But yeah, for $10, it's worth it for me. Okay, so back to, so the supplier profitability. So this is really nice because it kind of gives you an idea of how much money you can make at different stores. So again, this is Walmart. You can click on, so look at, I've sold 3,500, but I had to refund 110 of them. Right? I mean, that's, I guess percentage wise, it's probably not that bad, but it's nice to see. If I wanted to see how much revenue I made, I'm going to click on that twice. So Walmart, I've made $64,000 on revenue. And this was $21,000 in profit from Walmart. Kenny's, that's one of a local pharmacy that we have in this area. I made $18,000 on that. I did these like neck things. I did really, really well a couple years ago on those neck things, like really, really well. They sold so fast. People aren't traveling now, so Lowe's and so forth. So this is, you know, it's nice for me because there was one time I was saying, geez, I just don't really, I felt like I wasn't really making enough money. Like at Kohl's, I was mostly sourcing bras and I felt like I had so many returns, it wasn't really worth it. And then I would go here and I'd say, oh, geez, look at this Kohl's. You know, I've made $2,500. So even though I've had 50 returns, which is a lot, think about it. Walmart, I sold 3,500 units and had 110. But Kohl's, I only sold 487, but I had 50 returns. Like a lot of returns. And that's mostly because it was bras. A lot of returns on bras. But I would take them and relist them on eBay when I would get them back. And sometimes I'd just repackage them and send them back to Amazon. If they didn't take the tags off. I don't know why they just didn't put them back on the shelves. But at Amazon. Yeah, so I would kind of see, I'm like, okay, $2,500. All right, so I'm still making money. So in the long run, let's just keep doing it, right? I mean, even with the returns, I'm still making money, making profit. So that's the profitability. You can also look at your category. So if you already have Inventory Lab, you probably already know all this stuff. but I'm just going to go over it anyhow. So I could look and see like, all right, where am I really making the most money? Let's look at profit, how much I made. Look at home improvement. I lost $91. All right. That must be in the last month. Yeah. That's because those dumb people, sorry, I shouldn't swear, return those faucets that there's no way that there's anything wrong with them. Ticks me off. Because there was like, that's the thing with that. I don't mind returns, but I don't like returns when my buy cost is like $53. All right. So health and beauty. So it looks like the most I've made is in health and beauty. Profit, $12,000 in health and beauty. So it's kind of interesting if somebody is saying, geez, I should get ungated in something. What should I get ungated in? Well, maybe health and beauty, your topicals, that kind of stuff might be something you would want to get ungated in over toys. I don't know. It's interesting. I didn't realize I had so much profit, but I would bet you that the majority of this profit were those neck things. I bet you they were considered health and beauty. I think I wish I had one right here with me. I'll show you what it is. I've never seen it, but they were clearancing them out at these Kinney's, and my mother and I went to every single Kinney's in Vermont and New York. Every single one. And bought them. Yeah, so okay, so there's your profitability. And then you can look at your SKU. So I can see, so let's say in this last month, let's see what my profit is. There's those faucets. So, okay, I guess it would be these cordless electric leaf blowers, right? So many people stay away from large items. And this week I've sold 3 of them. I picked them up on clearance, paid $38 for them, selling them for $135, I think. And I'm shipping them from here. Shipping them UPS is the cheapest for me. So I can see, okay, look at this again, this is just January. This Heroes of Gujitsu, whatever. I made $100 on those. Only 5 of them made $100. Hey, good morning, Carlene. So, okay, so this is what you can look and see. So again, if you're looking at something and you're saying, geez, am I making much money off of it? I feel like I've had a lot of returns. Let's see how many refunds. So I was selling these Elvis calendars, and of course, a lot of them didn't make it by Christmas and people wanted to return them. So for the month, I've lost $51. But if you were to look at all time, you would see, actually, let me look at that. Let's look at all time. And let's put in Elvis. See, anybody watching, you're getting a bolo right now. All right, so Elvis wasn't much. Last year I made only $33 because I jumped on the Elvis calendar a little late. But in 2021, I've made $206 on those Elvis calendars. So that little bit of a return, you know, in the long run, I still made money. Yeah, I haven't been, she says, good to catch you live. I haven't been live in a while. I've been so busy. If you guys, I put a video out this morning about my inventory and show you how clean everything has gotten. And actually this morning I was cleaning behind me. I moved my table over a little bit, and my husband's putting in a new light switch and going to put a light above my photograph table. He bought these LED lights that are so bright. Like, they're on right now, but I can't even look at them because they give me a headache. They're so bright. And I said, I would love to take that and move it over my table because right now there's a shadow. So I have to turn the light off when I'm taking pictures. But if you can put it right over my thing, I think it will work out good. So we're going to try that this weekend. All right. So, so that's your SKU. And then again, your ASIN, which, you know, pretty much is similar to your SKU. So I do really like to go in here from time to time. And again, I can say, okay, how much have I made? You know, and I didn't know you could do this on your phone. Did you guys know that? One of my friends told me in December or something, and I didn't even realize you could do that. So profit, let's look over the long run. How much have I made the most? So canning jar lids, I was selling them last summer, buying them at Ace Hardware, and $2,400 I made on canning jar lids. And then I would have made more, but I was merchant fulfilling them and I didn't want to do more than 50 a day. So I was slowly putting them in. And then unfortunately, the Chinese people came on and tanked the price, and it took a while for the price to go back up. All right, so these, these 6-inch bionic grips. This is what I was picking up also when I was getting those neck things from Kinney's. So look, I made $1,400 on the 6-inch, $1,300 on the 8-inch. Did really well. This Icy Hot Smart Relief Tens Therapy Back. If you see any of these, oh my gosh, grab them. They're discontinued and they're expired because I think October was the latest expiration date on all of them. But if you go and check eBay right now, people are paying like $100 a piece for these. Yeah. So these are really, really good. This is a good bolo if you see these. So I made $1,200 on those. And then these are those neck things. This Caldera Relief Neck Rest. I don't know. Crazy. $1,100. So there you go. Look at this Daydream calendar. I made over $1,000 on that calendar. Boo for tankers. I know. You know, I put up a video short on tankers and somebody said they love tankers. They're probably one. Or they probably drive. Maybe they drive a tanker. I don't know. Inventory valuation. Honestly, I never even go here. I don't even know what it really shows. No idea. I don't do that one. Velocity report. I don't even go here either. Start tracking your projected replenish. Oh yeah. See, I don't do any replenishments. Removals and disposals. I have a lot of removals. Sales tax report. Let's see what this shows. All right. So this will show you how much sales tax. Let me see if I can look at for the whole year. Hey, this is kind of interesting because it can show you who purchased from you and what states they're in. So if you look at right now, California is at $1,100 and just sales tax. I feel like I sent a lot to California. Yeah, so $6,500. How much do I do to New York where I live? Only $375. So I guess if you lived like in Florida, right? Because in Florida, I don't think Amazon is collecting your sales tax. Yeah, it's not here at all. So I guess this wouldn't show you Florida because they're not collecting it. So you'd still have to figure that out yourself. Man, I'm glad I don't live in Florida. All right, so that is that. I don't even do anything with that report. But this is what I was trying to get to, this profit and loss. This will show you once you've entered all your info, which I have to still do December on eBay, which I didn't realize I hadn't done that. For some reason, I thought I had. I don't know. So what it will do is it'll show you all the information that you've put in. Again, when you go back through and you add your other income for your platforms, and then you add your other expenses and your mileage. So those are the 3 areas I add: other income, mileage, and other expenses, which for anybody who tuned in late, I talked about those sections earlier. So if you're interested in using Inventory Lab, go back and start watching from the beginning when this is done. So this will show you each month how much you make. So you can see, so January of last year, I made $14,000. And this is on all of the platforms, 14, 21, 13, 9, 13, 20, 18, so that's pretty much what I do each month. And then these are my cost of goods are all entered, all of my expenses, all the Amazon stuff that's automatically populated for me, other expenses. So this is what I'm entering in, like home office expense, just other office expense, platform fees, shipping supplies, subscription. These are all things that I manually entered. I mean, there's a few things that Amazon auto populates, but most of these are stuff I auto entered. So then you can see at the end of the month, my net profit was $3,600, then $5,600. Hold on, I gotta take a drink because I feel a tickle coming in my throat. So it's kind of interesting to see which months I did really well. Like here in March, I did really well. And then here again, I don't know what month this is, but I did really well this month, 9,000. And it doesn't let me move over. I don't know what this column is because it doesn't give me the ability to go over, which is kind of odd. Let me see what that column is. I guess that's December. I wonder why it doesn't show it. It's hidden. That's interesting. See, it shows I lost money in December. That's because I haven't put in, I put in my cost of goods, but I didn't put in, I got to go back in and put my income for eBay. So something's not right here. I definitely need to check into that because December was a pretty good month for me. Oh, look it. So if I highlight it, it shows up. So it said my total expenses is 27,000. Well, that seems really high. I definitely have to look at this, don't I? Something's not right. 17,000 for cost of goods. Let me look at other income is only 5,000. Yeah, so I didn't put something's not right in here. I got to look that up. So my sales on Amazon for December were 17,000. So that's at 23. And then my cost of goods here is 17. So yeah, something's not right. That is not right because that should be positive. It's definitely not a negative. Your net profit. So here I've been looking at this number thinking, oh, good, I made $61,000 in 2020. That's what I'll have to pay taxes on, right? Because I put all of my expenses in this. Everything is in here except for now December looks like it's messed up. So this will actually be higher because for some reason, this should be a positive number, not a negative number for December. So I got to figure that out. So I guess before I do January, I got to figure out what happened with December. But so here we are at 61. And I just got my 1099 from eBay, and I'm going to compare that to what I've been putting in for my income on eBay because, you know, eBay is so difficult to get reports that give you what you really need. It's so hard. I was going to do a video on that, but I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to do a video on that, but because I honestly don't even really know if I'm pulling the right reports. That's why I want to look at my 1099 and compare it. But so, all right, so this is what I do for my bookkeeping, my accounting. Again, it only takes me a few hours a month to sit down and input all the information. And I got to be honest with you, I was like 6 months behind, and it took me not even a whole day to catch up and do all of these months all at once. It was really quick. I've set up a lot of programs like how to calculate my cost of goods and all that kind of stuff on the other platforms. I have that figured out. So it was really easy for me to be able to pull that pretty quickly. And again, a lot of these expenses are recurring, and, you know, I seem to buy supplies a lot at one time. So it's easy for me to like grab those numbers and throw them in here. So I find it just pretty simple for me to do. I have not put in my travel expenses yet. I put in mileage, but anytime I do overnight stays, I have not put in those expenses yet. So that will bring that down a little bit. All right. Anybody have questions? I'm going to stop sharing and I will see if you guys have questions. Okay. Let me drag this back over here. eBay hasn't sent my 1099 yet. So it's in eBay. Let me show you where it is. All right, let me share again. Share screen. I'm going to share my entire screen. I guess I got to go over to that screen. I'm going to drag you back over here so I can see what I'm showing you guys because I don't like to not see. I'm going to close this. So now you're on my entire screen. So we were talking about cross-listed. See this little icon? Can you see this up here? That's my cross-listed. I just click that and it will let me cross-list to other platforms. I really like it. All right, so let's go to eBay. And again, I don't care if you guys see my numbers. I am above standard. I'm really sad about that. I lost my top rated seller status for the first time in 4 years. because of some stupid Funko Pops that I had to cancel 3 orders at one time. All right, so let me see. Where did I see that tax form? Oh, maybe it was they sent me a message telling me. Hold on, let me check. I think it might be in my messages. And that'll at least bring me to where it is. Your January statement is ready. Here we go. See, your 1099 form is ready. So this was on February 1st. Let's see where it brings me to when I click it. Hope it doesn't have my, you know what? Hold on. I got to stop sharing for a second. Because what if it has my social security number on it? I'm going to download. I didn't want to show you in case it has it on it. That wouldn't be good, right? Giving out my social security number? Oh, so it's X'd out. I'm going to move this up so you can't see. Oh, it has my address on it. I don't know. I've been okay with showing you guys my address. All right, let me go back to sharing again. Sharing screen. All right, so this was my eBay. Make sure there's still not anything on here besides my address. So this was my eBay. So I sold $45,000 last year. I will have to, yeah, like I said, I'm going to compare these numbers because I thought in December I had done more than 7,800. I'm definitely going to have to look at these numbers and see if it's correct. I don't know. Okay, so I'm done with that. Let's see what else you got. Bring you back over here. So what program is that? That was Inventory Lab. So if you sell on Amazon, I highly suggest Inventory Lab. Like, it is by far my #1 recommended. If anybody's going to do anything Amazon, Inventory Lab. And so then I use the other features within Inventory Lab that you can use for like eBay and so forth. But if you don't do Amazon, then don't get Inventory Lab. It's not worth it. Do you pay self-employment tax quarterly in addition to income tax? I do not. I probably should. So this is the first year where I think I'm going to have a large enough income that it could bite me in the rear end. But I do have other, like my husband has taxes taken out of his like pension and disability and stuff because he's 100% disabled veteran. But we had them take taxes out of his, which was kind of paying for it. But this year, my goal is at the end of the month, I'm going to take what my payouts were. I'm going to figure out my cost of goods and stuff. And then I'm going to take that and put 25% away for taxes. Because, I mean, I have savings, which, I'll be fine. Whatever I have to pay for taxes, I got the funds for it. But I don't want to have to rely on our personal stuff to pay for that. And then I'm going to take the other half and start putting it into I had to transfer my 401k into, I don't know, whatever the retirement fund's called now. And I want to start investing again. So I have more of a nest egg when I retire. So what do you pay for cross-listed? I pay $10 a month for cross-listed, $9.99. It is by far, from what I've seen, the cheapest option out there. And I have never used Vendoo or List Perfectly. And then there's another one called, I think, like Reseller app, something like that. I don't know. But I've been hearing about it on Clubhouse. But my whole thing, and that one seemed expensive because I have like 1,700 listings and you pay like per listing. And for me, I like the $10. I guess List Perfectly, it sounds like the cheapest option on List Perfectly. And again, I haven't used it. I think it's like $30. Sounds like it's exactly what not Inventory Lab, but what cross-listed it does. So I like it. Vendoo, I think one of them has a program where if you sell it on like eBay, if you check that Vendu every day, you can click on something so it'll automatically take it off from the other platforms. I manually go in and take it off. Do you pay self-employment tax quarterly? Yeah, I don't pay anything quarterly. I really should. This year, I might. So I thought you had to like fill out a tax form every quarter and submit it, but I guess you don't. You can just send in money to the government. I might do it. I don't know. I'm going to see what the penalty is this year to see. They might make me start doing it. And then I want to look at what point would an S corp be the right move for me instead of a sole proprietor. We are going to be Tamara. Go for it. It's funny because I follow a lot of YouTubers and watch a lot of YouTube, and there's some people who talk a lot about reselling but don't resell or do very, very minimal reselling. So that's why I've always been right out there with my numbers. I don't care if you guys see what I do, and when I have a bad month, and sometimes I focus so much on Amazon that eBay goes down, and vice versa. I'll spend a lot of time on eBay and Amazon will suffer. It's hard to find a balance on both of them, but I definitely, eBay and Amazon are my two main platforms. Sometimes I'm like in the summer, I'm all about eBay because I love the garage sales and stuff like that. But right now in the winter in New York here, there's no garage sales. We don't have estate sales here. And I have very, very few thrift stores. So really my focus through the winter is more on Amazon than it is on eBay. Although I got a lot of crap over here I need to get up on eBay. I was late. You were so helpful. Oh, I guess I already had it highlighted. Do you use QuickBooks or any other tools like TaxJar? So I do not use TaxJar because Amazon and eBay collect all the sales tax for me and submit it. So there's really no reason for me to do anything in that regard. And I think that's what most people use TaxJar for, was to figure out how much sales tax you may have to submit to other states. I do in March, though, still need to do my New York state sales tax. I really need to talk to them and figure out how they want me to report it. Like, do they want me to say I had $140,000? I don't even know how much I sold to New Yorkers. Not very much from that one chart I showed. Do they want me to show that I sold 100,000 to New Yorkers, but I have zero tax because eBay and Amazon do it all for me? I got to figure out how I have to do that now. Yeah, don't share that. Yeah, I don't want to share my social security number. I'm assuming that's when you type that. I'm sorry, behind on the chat here. What are your eBay numbers compared to Amazon? My eBay numbers are definitely much lower than Amazon because Amazon's velocity, like most of the time I'm doing, I used to do at least 10,000 every month. In December, I think I was doing close to 20. What was it? 17,000, I think, 18,000. But I focused a lot on eBay and Etsy in December. Surprisingly, I didn't focus on Amazon much. But it was Q4, so of course your numbers are going to be good during Q4 on all those platforms. So I would say, if you looked at my numbers, I think normally I do like between 4,000 and 6,000 on eBay, and at least usually the 10,000 on Amazon. But profit-wise, I'll have to look and see how much profit-wise though I make. Did you make way more on Amazon? Yeah, I had higher sales on Amazon. I don't know if I made more on Amazon. I definitely I should really look at that. I'm just trying to think of how I would see those numbers. I don't know if I'd be able to see those numbers for the year, but I definitely probably can keep track of that a little bit better on, month to month. And did you guys see I was doing that in my planner? If you've watched any of my planner videos, I was putting down like what my profit was for each platform. But then I decided that's too much work to do every week, so I'm not going to be doing that every week. But I probably will be showing that every month. And unless there becomes a reason where I shouldn't be showing that. But right now I don't really care. Does eBay numbers show taxes too? I had a problem last year, them stating I sold more money than I really did. I don't know. I know when you were doing eBay or PayPal, it did include, because you're getting your 1099 from PayPal. And I heard that it did include it. I don't know if it does. I probably should find out before I do my taxes, right? No, I haven't sold on Amazon in years and finally deleted my account a few months back. Oh, that's too bad, because if you ever decided to get back into it, having an older account would have helped keep you unlocked on stuff. I've heard, rumor has it, that it's really hard to get a third-party account right now. They have to do like a Zoom call with you and actually like literally see you and stuff, which is good as a buyer, right? You're going to be buying from a real person and all that other stuff. If you made a ton more on Amazon, not numbers. Yeah, I mean, I think so. I don't know. Do you have a CPA? I don't have a CPA. I don't know. So I went to college for accounting. So I feel pretty good doing my own taxes. I mean, I don't have anything like too outrageous, but my issue is, at what point should I become an S Corp? And I'm not an LLC because, number one, I've just really heard that in the long run, it doesn't really protect your assets that much. But I do intermix my personal and business. I know you're not supposed to do that. Last January, I went and opened up a business account. Well, it's a personal account, but that was going to be my business account. I put the $25 into it to start the account, and I literally never did anything. So it's still just sitting there. But we have a bank account that my husband has a deposit that goes into it that pays our mortgage, but then everything else is reselling. But we use a credit card where you get points, and we both use that card to do I do everything reselling, but also like my groceries, like everything is paid on that card. So we get our free cruise every year, which of course now doesn't really help because we can't cruise, but all of that. So I intermix that. And I've thought about getting a different credit card so we weren't intermixing, but I know when you're an LLC, that's one of the biggest things, is that you cannot mix your money. That's really big. From all of the YouTube CPAs that I've heard talk, that's one of the big things. I'm not sure I'm ready at that point to take that jump. But if becoming an S Corp would be financially, like, I don't know at what threshold. If you're doing $100,000 a year, is that when it's good to become an S Corp? 200,000 a year? Like, I don't know. So I got to find that out. I know I'm in Northwest Pennsylvania and cannot wait for garage sales. Oh no, I cannot wait. I'm so excited. This year we didn't have a lot of garage sales. I think because of COVID, just people were not having them. Yes, hello Joanne. Catching a live for once. I know I've been wanting to schedule one. I am so, like, I don't like to schedule stuff out. I hate scheduling stuff out because I got to be in the mood to want to talk to you guys. I have been so busy lately doing my inventory and just working that I haven't even had the opportunity to go live. I did a travel time chit chat yesterday where I kind of talked about that, where I've been wanting to go live, but like doing my inventory, I have to get up and go grab a tote and come back and go back. And like, I just wouldn't be in front of the camera, and answering questions like this just takes away from me being able to do work. So unfortunately, I've been kind of focusing on that instead. But pre-recorded is a little easier because I can sit there and, record and upload it. And it's just a little easier than doing lives. I think, did I already click on that, or do you repeat it? Just wondered if you made a lot more on Amazon. Yeah, I don't really know that, Anissa. I really need to look and see where I'm at. I know sales-wise, yeah, I'm doing double on Amazon in sales. But after you take away all the expenses and cost of good, because the thing is like, if I sell something on eBay, I feel like my profit is higher on eBay, right? But I don't even know that. I really got to look at that and analyze it to be able to be a little better with answering that. But I feel like if I sell 6,000 on eBay, my profit percentage-wise is higher than on Amazon, because I can sell something on Amazon and after all the fees and stuff, don't take a lot home. But sending it to Amazon, I know if I send a box of 100 or something, like I just sent the little baby Yoda Pez dispensers. I had some left over from Christmas that I was selling on eBay, but they weren't selling on eBay. So I sent them to Amazon, and within like, I don't know, a couple of days, all 30 that I sent sold. So, where they sat on eBay for a couple months, and I maybe sold 3 of them. So I'm willing to make less per item on Amazon because things just sell so much faster. And I don't have to mail it and package it or any of that stuff. I need a planner for my life. I love my planner. I'm so glad I got back into my planner. I had taken 3 years off. Oh, thank you. So you are enjoying it. I've been really debating on whether or not I should keep doing those videos. So, I mean, it's not really, I don't want somebody who comes on here who's not really into the planner to be like, stupid, her channel is becoming all about her planner, which it's not. It's just once a week. So next week I have to schedule my profit and loss for October. I need to get up, and I hate doing it. I know. What's so funny is I will put it off. Like last year I put it off for 6 months. I did it in June, and then I didn't do it again until like, I don't know, October, November. And the whole time I was doing it, I got into it, and I'm like, I'm a numbers person. I love numbers. But so I get into it, and like it's pretty much all I want to do. I don't want to do anything else once I start working with my numbers. So it's an important part of business. And I was telling my sister the other day, because I have a sister who jumped into Amazon last year, and now she's thinking about actually pulling out because I don't think she realized how much time it really takes. Reselling, a lot of people think it's really simple. Great, I'll go shopping and I'll buy some stuff and send it to Amazon, and now I'm all done. Well, no, there's so many other things you have to worry about. So I don't think she really fully realized that. And I have another sister who was thinking about jumping in, but she's working a lot of overtime. She works in the medical field. She's an X-ray technician. So she's been doing a lot of overtime. And she said, well, when the overtime slows down, I want to look into doing Amazon. And I said, well, don't look at Amazon as short term. Like I feel with Amazon, it's not something you can just jump into for a few months and then jump out. I mean, I guess you could if you wanted to just do Q4, as long as you are really good at sourcing, and otherwise your like inventory fees and stuff would be crazy. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know anybody who does it just seasonally, but I really feel like if you're going to invest the time and money into me, you need like the Keepa and inventory labs. Like those, I really feel like are things you need if you're doing Amazon. But if you're investing that monthly fee into something and it's only short term, I don't know. I don't know if it's the right thing or not. Hey, good morning, Danica. Let's see. Yeah, I repeated myself. Okay. I thought maybe. Hopefully garage sales are better this year, even with COVID after a brutal winter. Oh, I hope so. Oh, I want stuff. I'm really happy. I'm getting so organized here that I'm really kind of preparing myself. And I was actually thinking about doing some liquidation lots. And so I've been trying to kind of organize my space so I have room to bring in like even like a pallet of something and go through it. So that was kind of one of the reasons it was pushing me into that direction of getting stuff cleaned up. I'm going to have a garage sale though. I have a large amount of boxes that as I was going through, that's the thing, when I was doing my inventory, I actually even found items that I didn't see stains on, that I ended up seeing like a stain around a collar of some dress shirts that I just took off from eBay and threw into my garage sale pile. I'm probably going to have a very, very large free area at my garage sale just to get rid of stuff. If somebody wants to take the time and try and get out the ring around the collar, they can do it. I don't want to take the time to do it. Let's see. The hardest part is just starting it. I have nice spreadsheets set up. Yeah, I used to do a spreadsheet. And if you were in my old Facebook group, which, I mean, the group's still out there, but I have no access to it since my Facebook was hacked the day after Christmas, and I have not been able to get back to it. And Facebook actually took the whole page down, so I can't even like go to the page anymore. But I had shared a Excel spreadsheet that I used to use when I was doing it via Excel. But man, that was a lot more time consuming than what I use now. I would highly suggest, somebody asked about QuickBooks. I don't use QuickBooks because I just use Inventory Lab, but I would look at either like QuickBooks, and I know, like, I watched The Bearded Picker, and I know that he uses QuickBooks because that's what his accountant uses, his CPA. But I think QuickBooks and GoDaddy, I hear a lot about both of those. If you're not doing Amazon, then I would definitely look into something like that. I think QuickBooks now, though, you can't like just buy QuickBooks. You have to pay for a monthly subscription. I was an X-ray tech in the past life before I had my twins. Hey, she's had twins. My sister, who's the X-ray tech. She's got twin boys who are 22 or 23 now. Hey, good morning, Eric. It's actually afternoon for us here now. Yeah, Alyssa, I was really glad you're able to make it because I don't see you stopping in very often in my lives. So that's awesome. Anybody else have any questions? I think this afternoon, I don't know what I'm going to do. I was thinking about breaking down my boxes. So I put up a video this morning. If you haven't had a chance to watch it, hey, please go watch it. I'd appreciate it. I could use I don't really need the watch hours, but it's just nice when there's activity on my channel. I'm getting so close to 1,000 subscribers. I'm really hoping by the end of the month. So the more people watch my videos and like them, is great. And of course, if you're watching and you're not subscribed, obviously I'd love for you to subscribe. But so in that video I showed this morning, my box area, and it's such a mess. So I've got to break down those boxes. So I got my handy dandy cobalt thing. I love this thing. Like, this is so awesome. This is a knife, which really needs sharpening. I don't use this one much anymore. And then this. Oh, and it has another one too. I bought a bunch of these to sell on Amazon, and I kept one for myself. It's got a serrated. I don't know what do you need a serrated for? I guess maybe if I was out and having a steak or something out in the woods. But yeah, I love this. So I got to cut those boxes down. I think that's probably what I'm going to work on this afternoon. How do you decide what to sell on eBay versus Amazon? Well, I would say if it's new and new with tags and I'm able to sell it on Amazon and it has a good rank, then I would sell it on Amazon first. If it has a bad rank, well, first of all, I probably wouldn't have bought it. But anything new, I would definitely go to Amazon first with it, only because things sell so much faster on Amazon. I can't even stress how true that is. Like, it's just, I find very rarely where if I put it on eBay, it'd sell before I would sell it on Amazon. Just so many more buyers are on Amazon. It's just, yeah, anything new. But I do sell a lot of new items. If you look at some of my what sold, I sell a lot of new items on eBay. Most of the time it is because when I was taking the sticker off, I might have ripped the packaging a little bit, and I don't send that to Amazon. I might have been gated in the item, or it may, even if it has a good rank, sometimes I'll buy something and then I'll get it home. Like I was showing earlier on the video, I bought some Lego Mario mushroom. They're like just the little bag ones that you can get. And I got them for $1 and I sent them to Amazon. And at the time they were selling for like $10. And I just did a video about tankers. Well, earlier this week, or maybe it was last week, I did a little video short. This is how much I hate tankers. Well, that's the product I was showing, were those Mario mushroom Legos. They were selling consistently at $10. They were like 15, went down to 10, and then sold for months at $10. And when I bought them, they were selling for 10. Well, some moron came on and dropped it to I think it was $4.74. You know, the fees are $4.03, I think it was, the fees. I kept getting a high price alert, and I dropped it down to $4.99. And my plan, and I slipped up. My plan was to get rid of that high price alert and then start to raise my price to see how high I can go before that high price comes back. And I sold all of the ones that I sent in. I think I sent in like 8 or 10 of them. I sold them all before I made it back to changing my price. So that's right. I lost like 6 cents on each sale. But they're gone. So yeah, so in that case, that item, had it dropped before I sent it to Amazon, I would have put that on eBay. And I would have asked the $9.99 on eBay for them. Actually, I'm going to look and see how much they're going for on eBay. I would have asked the $9.99 on eBay, and then when the price went back up on Amazon, which that's one of the things I was doing my inventory, and one reason why it took me 2 weeks last year took me a month because I changed everything to free shipping. But if it was brand new with tags, when I pulled the tote out and I was like, oh, brand new with tags, I was scanning it. I had my inventory lab open, scanning to see. There were so many things that I just sent in 6 or 7 boxes on Monday. And they were because these were items that I pulled out from my inventory where the price had tanked and I just hadn't gone back to check now. But the price has gone back up and it never sold on eBay. I just sent it into Amazon. I'm going to look up that Lego Mushroom Mario. Let's see how much it's selling for on eBay. So that's a lot of times that's where I kind of do. Oh, $5.99 with free shipping. $3.99 plus shipping, it looks like. $7.49. Yeah, so it looks like even the price on eBay is not that good. Oh, $8.50. Yeah, so at this point I just got rid of them. But had I realized it was going to tank like that, I would have actually just hung on to it because guaranteed it would have gone back up to the 15. Because if it was on clearance at Walmart, then most likely it's probably discontinued. You guys want to see something funny? I know I show you this every now and then, but okay, first of all, if you live in the South, there's the snow we got. But look at all the turkeys. They're all lined up. They're still coming. Are they still coming? No. I guess that's just group number 1. We usually have about, I don't know, we have a lot of turkeys out back. Probably about 50 of them. Oh, here comes some more. Yeah, here comes the next group. We have a lot of turkeys, but they're all in one like straight line because my husband drove his tractor around the yard so they would have the tire to run through. But normally when there's not this much snow, they're not all in a line like that. It's funny. I love living in the country. I love looking at that, seeing that out my window. Okay, let me see. All right, so how do you decide what to sell, FBM versus FBA? Well, I can tell you right now, the majority of my stuff is now FBA because I've got tired of shipping stuff myself. But if I was to buy something like the canning lids last summer, I knew they were a hot item. And like literally, I was saying earlier that I was listing 50 at a time because if I would have put more than 50, I would have been shipping more than 50 a day. And I didn't want to be shipping hundreds a day. So because I had all my other stuff I was selling too. So I was putting only 50 in because by the time I would ship those into Amazon, right, you could have the price go down. And they were small. I actually ordered these 4x4 boxes specifically so I could put the canning lids fit perfectly in here. So when somebody would buy, because some of them were in like a 3-pack and they would fit perfectly in here for me to ship them. So I would do Amazon FBM for those because they would just sell so fast. And I could tell you, like, again, when somebody asked, or maybe it was you that asked, no, Hoppy Girl, asked about eBay versus Amazon, I listed some on eBay also because I was sourcing so many of them and I was doing FBM. So I knew that if I got, too low, like I was only listing like 10 on eBay and I had like 200, 300, 400 of them, that I was going and I would just change the number on eBay, but they weren't selling on eBay. It was crazy, but they sold so fast on Amazon. So that's really what I'll do. And if it's lightweight, easy to ship, I got the box for it. Like I was selling, I don't know if I have any right here because I just got some returns back and I don't know if one of them was it. But if it's a weird shape, like if you know it's a collector's item, like the Funko Pops or even some action figures, I will ship those in a box. I won't polybag them because, you know, collectors want stuff in pristine condition. And so for those items, there's times when I'll buy like some WWE figures. Well, I don't always have a box that will fit, you know, a figure that's this big that will still keep it lightweight for first class. And if it goes priority, then it's just going to, like, the turkeys are still going, by the way. There's still more of them going. Then the price will be too high. So in that case, I'm better off sending it to FBA. But then I was showing earlier on my sales that I've been selling these leaf blowers that I got at Lowe's. Now those are really big, but they would cost a lot to send them to Amazon because I wouldn't be able to send too many in one box. So the cost of sending it to Amazon, I'm better off just using that to send it right to the buyer, which I've been doing. It cost me $20 to UPS it. You missed the tankers video. It's only one of those like shorts, they call them here on YouTube. You have to be under a minute. So I think I hit like 56 seconds and I had to hurry up and stop it before I hit a minute. It was just showing a Keepa chart and how somebody tanked the price. Oh, I was so ticked because I couldn't get that high price alert off. And I was trying to sell it for $6.99 and I was getting a high price alert. But the price was at, I think it was $4.74 at that time. But there's like 140 sellers on that listing right now. And so many of them have dropped their price down to that $4.99 price that I said there's just no way. Because when your items on Amazon go, if they have a high price alert, which are crazy, but it becomes stranded. If your items are stranded for 30 days, they automatically will either send it back to you or dispose them based upon your settings. So I knew that at this point, I think I was at 3 weeks time. So I was like, okay, do I want to pay for them to send these 10 back to me and then deal with either trying to sell them later or eBay or whatever? And I just said, So it cost me 70 cents in the long run to sell those 10, but they're gone. It would have cost me more money to have them sent back. Oh, fantastic snow. Oh my gosh. We've had so much snow, like so much snow. Yesterday was a sunny day. Today it's snowing again, and it had some like sleety, rainy stuff. But we're supposed to get snow again for like the next 3 or 4 days. Like we've just been a week worth of snow, sunny day yesterday, and then snow again. I'm just tired of it, which usually is what hits me in February. I'm done with winter. Now the turkeys are literally, now they're flying back. They're coming back and they're flying. Must be they were crossing the road and a car came and now they're like, okay, now we're going to all fly back. I can see the Allegheny River from my couch and it's sunny here. It's sunny there? Oh my gosh. That means we should get sun because we usually get your weather like 12 hours later. Unless it's lake effect snow, then we don't usually get that because we're far enough from the lake we don't have to worry about that. You must be looking for the smoker so they can walk in. Yeah, that would be nice. We do have I think at least one turkey in the freezer. I think you're only allowed to get one each season. There's 2 seasons a year, I think. But you know what's funny? Last winter we had this many, like I bet you we have between 50 and 100 turkeys that hang out in our yard all the time. They're here all the time. And we watched them all winter long. And then literally I feel like it was the next day was hunting season and they were gone. Couldn't find them anywhere. We're like, where did all the turkeys go? My brother-in-law came over from Vermont to hunt. My father-in-law, nobody could see any turkeys at all. Like, where did they go? It's so weird. I don't know. It's almost like they knew. It's really, really odd. And then here they are again, like so many of them. And honestly, they need to be killed because there's so many. There's so many. I don't like wild turkey though. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of meat, period, but yeah, snow. Oh my gosh, I'm so tired. It's been some really weird weather. Like even I was watching Paul Antonelli. He was saying that it was 34, 35 degrees in Orlando. And I think the Scott the Bearded Picker was saying it was like in the either low 30s or high 20s or something like that in Alabama. It's just crazy weather. So it's supposed to snow here tomorrow night. I'm on the North Carolina, Virginia border, so we don't get a lot of snow. Yeah, yeah, I'm sure you're excited. People who don't deal with snow much get excited when they see snow. But us, I'm like, okay, I'm done. I like my 4 seasons, but I am done with winter. I feel like we kind of got winter earlier this year than we normally do. I feel the same way about people. There's too many of them. Oh, that's not very nice. But there are a lot of people. I'm pretty sure there was somebody very popular who commented that there was too many people in the world and we needed to downsize it. And then we get a virus. All right, so let's see. I think I might go eat some lunch. I've been trying to make sure I eat lunch every day. And I've been trying to eat healthier. I don't know. We'll see how long that goes for. I started that in January. I'm not really on a diet, just trying to eat healthier. And trying to just take breaks more and get up and move and all that kind of stuff. Become so sedentary, don't you, as a reseller sometimes, unless you're outsourcing. It can be so easy to just be that. I would love some hogs, Phil. Send some up. Send some bacon my way. I guess I could make turkey bacon. So I've been doing Blue Apron. My sister gave me a, I don't know, like a promo code because she had gotten it from her employer, paid. She's my other sister is in the I got both of them are in the medical field, but one's a hospice. So they've been so busy with COVID patients at nursing homes, like so busy. She's been working like 24-hour shifts. And her employer, she works for a company called Bayada. They're a hospice program. And the owner gave them all like blue ribbon food subscriptions. So she shared one of ours with me and I was doing it. And last night we had these chorizo. Sorry, I'm trying to click off from that and I clicked on Zen. Sorry. They were chorizo enchiladas. Oh my gosh, they were so good. They were so good. I really like it. One of the things I've talked about, and there's other resellers that talk about it, is if you got things on your plate, and I've mentioned it before when I was showing my planner, that if you have a to-do list and you put something on your to-do list, and the next day it's still there, and the next day it's still there, and you're constantly still looking at your to-do list, and it's still the same things, you got to decide, do you just need to get it done, right? Like you're counting, or can you hire somebody to do it, right? So, hey, CPA, here's all my crap, do it for me. Or is it something that really even needs to be done, right? Can you just not even do it? So I've looked at, there's parts of my business that I'm just not really 100% sure I want help yet with. Like I would love somebody to help list. I don't really, again, being new here and not having kids in school and stuff, it's just hard to build a network when you're new to an area where you don't know anybody. And I'm an introvert. My husband, he's got a bazillion friends, and because he just talks to everybody and anybody. But I don't really have that. So I don't really have a network to hire somebody local without like taking somebody who's a stranger. I'd prefer a referral. But I don't really have enough work. Like I feel like it would be great to have somebody come in and help me take photos or to list, but I don't have consistent work. So it would be like, oh, I'm going to call you and then you're not going to hear from me for another month until I need you to come in for an afternoon. So I haven't done that. So I've been trying to think about what other things can I do? Like there's times when I have to take a break from reselling to clean the house. Like, could I hire a house cleaner? So this blue ribbon has really helped. So now I don't have to sit there and meal plan and do a grocery pickup and like all these things, or grocery shop. So I don't have to do any of that stuff. I literally can go upstairs and there's food. And we purchased the 4-person meal plans, and there's only 2 of us. That way we have leftovers. So then I don't even have to think about lunch the next day. So today I'm going to have leftover enchiladas. So I think things like that are nice. If you can find a way to take some of those other things off from your plate, it gives you more time to do the money-making stuff. Search Texas hog invasion. They need killed. Root up my hayfields. Oh, I can imagine. My husband went on a hog hunt one time. Where did he go? West Virginia, maybe? I'm trying to think. We were in, I think it was in Tennessee, and I saw some wild hogs. We were in the Jeep at an off-road park. Trying to think of what the name of that off-road park is. I don't guess it doesn't really matter. But we had, we were at this place where they used to have satellite. What's the Oak Ridge Boys? Oak Ridge, Tennessee. There's a town right by the side of it. That wasn't like Oak Ridge. Wasn't that where they did that, like the atom bomb or something like that? I can't remember. But they used to have this mountain. Well, they still have the mountain, but they had like a chairlift or whatever that brought the employees up to the top of the mountain. And on the top was, I think, like satellites or something, like some type of like spying stuff or whatever. I don't know. But we were up there. We had lunch up there when we took the trails and made it to the top of the thing. And there were some wild boars up there. Pretty exciting. Exciting that they didn't come after me with their tusks and try and cut my leg. All right. Any more questions? Otherwise, I'm going to sign off for the day. Thank you guys so much for stopping in. I know it was kind of a spur of the moment. Again, if you missed the beginning and you are an Amazon seller and you are not fully using Inventory Lab to track any sales you have on other platforms or your expenses, other expenses, I mean, it's so simple. It really is simple. I would highly suggest you take a look at the video from the beginning and watch my walkthrough of Amazon. And of course, there's some bolos in there, right? Because you get to see what I'm selling, because I didn't block anything. I shared it. All right. Have a great day, you guys. And I will see you guys, I don't know when. Hopefully Sunday next week I'll go live, because we're supposed to get snow again. So I'll be stuck here. And once I get a few more chores done around here, I'm going to have more free time on my hands, which will be nice. So, all right. Thanks. See you later.